So why do we wargame? We don't have to. There's no law about it. There's no physical requirement to do it. None of us have to be wargamers, and none of us have to model, none of us have to play, none of it. So why do we do it? I think the reason we all get into it is that we're inspired in some way, either by a cool piece of lore, a cool piece of artwork, fun gameplay. But for many of us, the way we get into it is the cool models. And seeing those cool models makes us want to have them and build them and paint them and just collect them, because there's something visceral and cool about having an awesome looking set of models to play with. So when Dave from Mini Wargaming approached me and said, "Hey cuz," because he thinks I'm his cousin, "I want you to see these cool models that I'm working on. It's called Ravaged Star, Armies of the Veil Touched." And essentially they are 28mm models that are designed to be very chaosy, much like Dave himself. So he showed me some of these models and they looked incredible. They were the kind of models that really inspire you to want to be a wargamer. So I was like, these look rad, these look awesome, and I'd love to see what you're going with them. So when he later approached me and said, "Would you be willing to do some content about these?" I said, absolutely. And they sent me a model, which is this one right here. They sent me the Azalean Butcher, which looks super rad. And what I love most about these models is that they have an aesthetic that is instantly recognizable, but distinct. And that's what draws me to cool looking models like these, is that I can understand what they are, I can understand what they represent, but they are distinct in and of themselves and have a look that is just entirely unique and amazing. So I got the model and I wanted to paint it. That's what I thought I would do for this content. And I looked at the model and I looked at all the details that they have on it, and I looked at everything that it has about it, and I knew right away that this would be a really cool model to try out some of the Army Painter speed paints, because it has a lot of nooks and crannies, a lot of detail that I think would work very well with a lot of the speed paint methodology. So I took the model, I gave it a prime of black, I used an airbrush to paint, to give it a zenithal highlight, and then I went to work. The model was a lot of fun to paint, and the painting process went by so smoothly and so quickly that it was super enjoyable. I liked all the detail, I liked how it looked, I liked how it painted, and at the end of the day, I was able to make a model that looked incredible. There are a ton of models in this Kickstarter that they have going on, all of them looking very rad and very much along the same aesthetic here. You can create an entire army of these Veil Touched and have an amazing time out on the battlefield with them. Or you can paint them and put them up on your shelf to look super rad together as an army up there. The models are extremely detailed, look very unique and cohesive together as a group, and I think that this whole Kickstarter looks amazing, and you should probably check it out if you're in the market for this. If you're looking for some cool models to paint, if you're looking for some cool models to play with, check them out and see what they've got going on. There's a whole bunch of different tiers that you can check out with a different number of models. If you're just looking to get a few to try out how they look, go for it. If you're looking to get an entire force that you want to build up into some kind of apocalyptic force that you want to work with, you can do that as well. They have a bunch of add-ons which really lets you customize your pledge. And I don't think you're going to be disappointed. I was very pleased with the model. He looked rad, he painted really rad, and at the end of the day, I'm very happy with how the paint job came out. I'm also very happy with how the process went with painting them. It was easy enough to paint because they're the heroic scale kind of models that you're not looking with a lot of fiddly parts, and it made it very easy to paint and come out looking great, which is what I love about this kind of modeling, is that you're not dealing with difficult models to paint with. I think that's one of the main selling points of these models, is that they're a joy to paint and they're not the kind of thing that's going to be a pain in the butt to put together and handle. So go check them out. Use the link below and tell them the Glacial Geek sent you, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So go check it out, support the Kickstarter, and enjoy them. And until next time, stay safe and have fun.